Hi everyone. Today on the menu is pork. Pork loins stuffed with mushroom and Swiss cheese. Pretty simple. Let's get at it. The first thing we're going to do, I've got a cup that is about a quarter cup of salt, followed by a quarter cup of sugar, and we're going to brine our pork loins. So I've got a bowl big enough for the two we're making. In goes the sugar and salt, some cold water, and now we've just got to mix it all together. Get all the sugar and salt nice and dissolved. Kind of like that. And we grab our pork loins. Into the cold water they go. Cover them up with some plastic wrap, and now we're going to put them in the fridge overnight. Here we are the next day. Frying pan, medium heat, some butter, melty butter. In goes some onions. It's not a lot. It's kind of a one small onion and some mushrooms. Maybe third of a cup of onions and a cup of mushrooms, and we're going to saute them down. One of the best smells in the world, I think, is onions, mushrooms, and butter all mixed together. Oof. They're done. Let's get them in a bowl. Let them cool down. There's what we've got. Just enough for what we need. All right. Out comes our pork loins, and they've been sitting for quite a while. So we're going to take them carefully out of the brine. I've got some paper towels, and we're just going to kind of tap them dry. We don't want them, but see how it's absorbing some of the moisture on top? Yeah, we don't need all that. And it's soaked into the pork, believe me. So we're just kind of patting them dry with the paper towels. I think that looks good. On to the next step. You need a nice sharp knife for this one. Be careful you don't hurt your fingers. And we're going to slice these in half ever so carefully. Not all the way through. We're going to cut it down to the fat part. See, right down like that. I don't know if you can see it. But we'll cut all the meat down to the fat rind at the bottom. We'll do the same with this one, ever so carefully. I'm just trying to be extra careful because I enjoy my fingers. But there. That's nice and butterflied, I think. And we can work with this. So this is good. To the next step, I've got my baking sheet ready to roll with some parchment paper on it. Let's throw our 2 pork loins onto our sheet. And now it's time to build. This is Swiss cheese, just the end of a brick I had, and Abby sliced them into slices for me. Next up are mushrooms and onions. They get stuffed, so there's our mushroom Swiss. And I still have a little bit left over. I think we're going to put them on top. Now the fun part is actually getting it to carefully fold over. You can only stuff so much in them, so I decided to put the rest on top, like that. And then I also had some shredded parm. And we're going to put a little handful on top. On top of each of the loins. Now in retrospect, I think I would rather put the cheese on and then the mushrooms on top. But it's just a preference. It got nice and browned on top, which I liked. But if I wanted a little gooier, the cheese, I would definitely do the mushrooms and onions on top. Well, there we go. Into the oven we're going to go. 350, about 20-25 minutes. You're going to have to watch it to get the exact time. And look at that. Oh, they're nice and juicy too. And it's fairly easy to tell. I mean, if you don't have a meat thermometer, you can tell if it's cooked on the inside or not, especially because it's sliced. So let's get one onto a plate. And along with that, I made some potatoes and cabbage rolls. And there you go. That's a nice, quick, midweek dinner. Yummy. Now we just need a knife and a fork. And time to dig in. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.